The form I'd like to create is something like this. There should be a text box for the user to enter a statement. Once the user enters statement, press submit or show results. Then all of these values over here in label should come in lowercase, in capital case, and then lowercase, and then the length. These are three things we have covered up till now. So let's do these three things and then we'll move forward. You can do this in 5 minutes if you know how to do this, if you remember the last lesson also actually. So let's do this. Create few labels here. Enter a statement, show statement capital letters, show statement small letters. Okay. So I have few labels here. Let's create my labels first. 1, 2, 3. Show statement capital letters, show statement small letters, show length of statement. Okay, so this, when you click on a label, you can change the text immediately. So enter a statement. That's all. You can start writing and it will change its text without going to the properties, choosing text. This is for label. On label 2, okay, wait. On label 2, it should come with show statement in capital letters. And here, click on the label and immediately start writing. Show statement in small letters. And then show length of statement. And the first label was what? Enter statement. Enter a statement. That's all. Sometimes this happens that you click on the label and you write something and it does not appear over there. Sometimes this happens. The reason is because you clicked somewhere else and then over here you start writing and you stopped and you forgot. This is what I did right now. I clicked somewhere else over here and I start writing and I forgot. But for a label, when you create it newly, you can start writing immediately. So I've got these 4 labels with me. For this form, enter the statements, show capital, show small, and show length. So let's now create a text box for the user to write something. The next thing I'm going to do is drag a text box over here. This text box control is for the user to write something. I can change its size, whatever I like to. But if I double click over here, it means I'm defining an event that when the user clicks over here, then what I should do. Remember, I should not, according to this scenario, I should not do anything. So don't double click this text box and start writing the code. You will not even get 50 marks if you write even the correct code over here, because you're writing at the wrong place. You understand me? You should only write with the code at the submit button. So let's create a submit button. This button, and give it text, show results. Show results. If the text does not appear correctly, enlarge the size, it will appear. Show results. So now when the user clicks show results, now is when you have to start working on your program. Read the text into a variable, whatever the text user has written, and then do your calculation, uppercase, lowercase, length of the total string, etc. Okay, but where will you show it? You will show it in, I am not asking you to show in a message box. I'm asking you to show it in a label. So you show it in a label. So you create more labels here. This is a label. Okay. Now you see this is disabled text box. The user cannot enter anything over here. So the disabled text box, you can also the disabled text box is to show something in a text box but do not allow user to write anything over there. So if the user clicks and tries to write anything over there, the user cannot write anything over there. You can also create a disabled text box by creating a text box and setting it as disabled. If you want to do it on text box, okay, do it. Because the method is the same. If you want to do it on label, sorry, you can do this through programming. I have not taught this to you, but it is a very simple way. You can do this through programming. And there may be also options over here. Let me check. If not programming, you can also do this over here. There is a if you click on text box, if you want to disable it, there is a option over here called enabled. This option enabled. You see this enabled? You set it to false. Then this guy will be disabled when the user. Okay. So if you now see, this first text box is enabled, the second text box is disabled. If you want to do this, you can do like this also. You can do this in text box, you can do this in label or a disabled text box. Again, how can you disable a text box? Create that text box, go to enabled option, click on that text box, go to the enabled option under behavior and set it to false. When you set it to false and you run it, it will become disabled, meaning the user cannot write anything. So this is disabled. So let's enable the user text box in which the user has to write something. Let's enable it. Under behavior, set it to true. And the rest of the text boxes or labels you can show wherever you would like to. I'm sorry, I have to take this. Speaking. I'm in a class right now. Can you collect this for me? Okay, okay. Hello, yes, boss, I'm doing a class right now. Can you drop it to the reception, please? Because I'm doing a class, okay? Yes? Which ID number? Boss, I'm in a class. I cannot do this right now. I don't have my wallet. I don't remember it. Please drop it reception. Okay. Okay, I will call you. Alright. So you know how to disable and enable text box. Disable it to disallow user or to prevent user to enter anything. And if you want to show something, the best possible tool is label. If you want to just show something, only showing something, you show it in a label. You can also show this in disabled text box. Anyway, I am doing it both ways. So this is a label and again a text box. A disabled text box actually to show the small letters. These are small letters and I have the form ready. Right now what I need to do next is I will use these three things in programming, right? You have to know what you will be using in programming. This to read the user's text, this one to display capital letters, this one to display small letters, and this label to display the length, and this button to fire an event, meaning when the user clicks somewhere to do something, which is the calculation. This means I will have to give names to these which I can remember. I don't have to give names to these. They already have some names, but default names. I don't have to use them in programming. Do I? This label, will I use this in programming? I will not. I will use this text box in programming. I will not use this label to show capital letters because this is just a message to show the user, right? You understand this? I will use this text box in programming because I will modify what I have to display. I will keep changing depending upon what user will write here in the first one, and I will show here capital. I will show here lower. So I need to use 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 controls in programming. So it is better to give them names I can recall, I can remember. So the first text box's name is, I want to give user text. User text. Alright. So the second text box is where I have to display, not input something. So I disable it. So behavior, in the behavior there is a section called enabled. I do false. I select false, and I give it a name. I don't give any text over here. Remember, some of you were writing your name over here. Don't write your name over here. Meaning, some of you were writing over here the text. You don't write any text over here. Give it a name. This is capital or upper. I give it capital box. The small one, I give it small box. The name, I'm giving it a name. I'm not giving the text value which should display over here. I'm giving it the name. You see, this is small value, and the label for showing the length, I'm giving it a name also. The length label, anything which you can remember. So you see, I give it a name, length label. It can be, I'm showing you the diversity, the choices you have. This should also be enabled false. It should also be enabled false because this is only for the purpose of displaying. So now let's run this and see. Let's run this and see what is our form looking like. So our form is looking like this. A user should enter something over here, a quick brown fox, and I have a capital letters text box disabled, a small letters text box disabled, and a label to show some number which is the total length and show results button. That's all. So the labels text I don't like right now, so I will just set its text to empty. Click here, set its text to empty. The text to empty meaning show nothing over here. I just write space. So it will not show anything in the label. When I click show results, now is when I will get the value of the text box which the user has filled in, and I store it in a variable. Then I will change it to upper, to lower, calculate its value and display somewhere, all at different places. So let's take the variable. It is a string which we are looking at, text value of the variable. You know which variable? This, the text over here. What is its name? So come to the name and verify user text, exactly. So I will get the user text. It is giving me suggestion dot text, meaning its text value. So I got its text value in a string variable now. So I've got this string variable. I can play with this. All code should go inside this bracket, these two brackets. Anything outside of this, you will not get it right, because in in this scenario, we want to do something only after the user clicks submit. So the string text value is equal to user.text and then I want to show something over here. What is this? The name capital box. So very simple, capital box dot text. Now you are assigning something. When this dot text is on the right side, meaning you are reading from here and writing here. When it is on the left side, meaning you are writing here and reading from here. So right side is always for reading, left side is always for writing. Meaning on capital box text value, I am changing it to whatever is on the right side. I am reading from right side. What should be the right side? The capital letters. How will I get the capital letters? Text value dot to upper, bracket close open, this. That's all. So capital box dot text meaning this box's value I am changing to the upper value of the first box's text. This is what it means. So we can try running this and see if I was correct. Okay, my name is this. I click show results. What should happen? A bomb. Show results. So upper letters. Everything now changed to upper. Okay. So don't double click here, double click here, double click here and do the code right here and there. Don't write it the wrong place. You will get not even 50, I'm telling you, even if you write the right code. So don't double click here and write code. This is wrong. Don't double click on the capital letters box or small letters box. You should know which you should write the code. And depending upon the scenario, in this scenario you should write code only when the user clicks submit. Okay, and don't double click here, don't double click here, here, etc. Here, only on the show results. And all of your code should go only inside this. Is there anybody who has any confusion over here up till now? Yes. Tell me please. Is there anybody who has any confusion? Please talk to me now. Because next week on Yawm al-Khamis is your quiz. And it's going to be practical. Practical and theoretical both. Yes. Where can you find out the behaviors? Yes, you click on the text box or the button. In the properties, there should be behavior. If it is like this plus, you click the plus, it will expand. No more. Show results. Now what I need to do, can you help me? Who can help me? Tell me, what should I write? Yes. Small box. I may not have given the correct name. Small. The small one. Yeah, give it small box so that we are doing the same. Small box. Small box dot text is equal to text value dot to lower. Okay. And then the label, length label. I create a label for showing the length label dot same way dot text is what? Text value dot length dot to string, right? Now we are converting everything to string. Why did not we convert the above to string? This one, because this is already string. This is already string. Text value is already string. We are converting into lower, it is already string. We are converting into capital, it is already string. But the length is number. When you get a number, we have to convert this into a string. And now when you show, run this, enter a statement. Now I will write the complete statement. A quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And I click show results, and off you go. Everything capital, everything small, and the total number of characters. Who's got the longest name in this class? Anybody? Who's got the longest name in this class? Iman? Alright. Now notice one more thing. I have written a statement and I have got three different calculations over here. Capital, small, and the number. Now I can change this and it will do the change again. See, I am changing this to A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z, and I do the show results and it changes immediately. So the previous is gone and the new is there.